10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Dota Pit Season 4 by G2A. I'm W1, and I'm here with Blitz. We finally get him. Welcome back to the studio.
It's been a while.
It
Haven't
has.
casted in a bit.
As
What was it? It was WCA, and then we went to America for the Mafia Land, and then
that was WCA. That was the last.
Yeah.
That was the last stretch of the week after the WCA final.
yeah, it's been a while since I've casted.
Yeah, this will be a little bit relaxing because we both had a lot more sleep than we had back then.
There just hasn't been a lot of Dota events for us. We had Star Ladder, and that was casted by BTS, and that was like the only tournament really in January.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the MDL is happening this week. And, well, we have Dota Pit coming up, we have, potentially, well, not potentially, we have WePlay coming up as well, sometime soon. We have ESLs, both of them coming up. We're traveling to Shanghai in a month. So don't worry, you get to travel to all your LAN events, Blitz.
It's weird, it's like we went from nothing for like the first like 2 weeks of January, and then it's like the next 2 weeks are just gonna be here all the time.
It's gonna be beautiful. Well, I'm not even here all the time. Like we're doing a lot of these games from the LAN. It's pretty cool.
All right, so draft.
Yeah.
Underway. Empire with the first pick, Death Prophet. This is absolutely no surprise at all. With all the heroes that I have played with so far in the mid meta, Prophet feels like the strongest in both the one-on-one matchup and just the mid game. Part of what this hero used to lack, Toby, is the ability to kind of hit that mid-game stride where you can actually get kills independent of your ultimate, but now with Spirit Siphon, you're an absolute monster.
It's funny because, like at Starlight, the Death Prophet really performed poorly. He ended up having like a % win rate or something like that.
I think that was more though. It was less to do with the hero, because if you saw the hero, it was so successful. It was just teams still have to kind of adjust to playing with her, and her style is
5 seconds remaining.
almost still a little bit too one-dimensional. It's just a lot better in the mid-game than it used to be, because before in the mid-game it was like, oh, there's an engagement, even if it's a small-scale engagement, I might just have to pop my 130-second cooldown ultimate, but now it's like, oh, I can just Spirit Siphon 2 or 3 people and I can contribute.
Yeah. When you say one-dimensional too, like, is it all just about the push for the Death Prophet and the team fight?
10 seconds remaining.
That Siphon, like, I even know some players are going for this Ether Lens build to get the range on Siphon, which is just, it's kind of brutal in a way.
It wasn't even just the range. The old Ether Lens was just straight up broken. What it gave you as a whole, the magic resistance was super underrated for it. It was an item that allowed these spellcasters to not just get one-shot bursted by a lot of these mid-heroes.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
it negated a lot of the nuke damage, it made all of your nukes better. Like, it was just such a good, wholesome item. But, I don't know. I guess you could just go for the straight-up push, but it's not necessary. I think teams are still trying to figure out where she lies in this regard.
The VS pickup, also another one of those heroes which we get almost every game, either banned or picked.
That's so weird.
Why?
Because she went from just being a dead hero
10 seconds
every
remaining.
game, you never saw her picked or banned, to being quite frequently utilized.
She started getting played as a one position, and then what was it? Cap said in one of his casts, the VS is just picked up in the 1-2 every single time because she's just so dynamic. She fits every role you kind of wanted to do, be it support or be it the core. Like, you can always find a place for a VS in your team.
Yeah, I think that's the heroes that can do both are always going to be so heavily valued because it doesn't really reveal too much of your draft. I remember Empire, though, they primarily run this as a one position, and that was really clear just because if you saw their series against Secret, I believe that was at WCA, where Havos just played it twice and they romped over Secret really quickly.
Havos has now moved to offlaner now, so he's no longer in that one position. In fact, it's kind of this tag team between Phonic and Havos as this dual offlane.
I was thinking about that on the right here. I was like, I heard about that, the role switch, and I was thinking about how it goes. Because for me personally, I think that the 3-position role is the most cerebral, and Havos isn't always known for being like the most cerebral players. But there's that like image, you know, where it shows like what Kuro has to think about when he plays, and then Havos just like it's just like the word cloud, and all he's thinking about is like divine rapiers and stuff. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because he's the type of player that just wants to fight. He's like, guys, I just want to go.
That's what they draft for him. They keep drafting. Spirit Breaker, I think, is one of the most picked up heroes for Team Empire. They give Phonica stable support. They run Havors on the offlane, who they just they give initially him levels. He'll get to like level 3, level 4, and then just rotate and rotate and rotate and rotate. Just run at people the entire time. While Phonic then normally as this 4th position core gets a lot more space to get power levels up. One thing which I do also want to praise is the fact that Aloha danced into the core position of Team Empire, number 1 position. He has been so good with that. Like, you talk about like having cerebral players on cores, and like Havors wasn't known for it. Aloha Dance's rotation timing and his movement has been so damn good. That rotation of your number 1 position into mid lane or onto your off lane with the Spectre, which he played the other night, it was so good with his timing for Hort, where he ended up. It was, yeah. I'm loving watching him playing the hard farmer.
Yeah, I always thought that he was the type of player that should transition into playing a core role. I think that it's his immediate style a little bit better for this meta, especially. I remember when I was watching him play with like Always Want to Fly, even then I was just like, okay, Aloha Dance stands out to me quite a lot. But a lot of these players, when you transition from playing the support immediately to the core, it's a little bit difficult. And the main reason for it is just because you don't really have the competitive experience of playing both roles. But I mean, you're seeing players like Aloha Dance, to an even bigger extent, No Tail, who just transitioned from playing like the 4 role to playing like mid/carry and then wins a major, right?
Yep.
It's doable. It just takes a lot of time and practice.
Definitely off to a good start.
10 seconds.
He hit 8K. Yeah, I think he did.
Aloha?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
5 seconds.
There's a lot more people hitting 8K now. Is now 9K the new 8K?
No, I don't think so. Maybe sometime. It's the players that are like 7K now are bad. I don't know what happened. It's just like this weird shift.
Is this you just looking at your pub games and the people you have to play with, or?
Yeah, it's just I'm starting to see that there's like whenever I play with like a 7K player, it's not the status symbol it used to be for sure.
Well, that's normally the way it is, isn't it? Until you have something like what happened in CS with the ranking culling.
Yeah, exactly. Like 6K feels just terrible for me right now.
Try being in 4K.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, so PR, they pick up the Sven Ancient Apparition. Sven, just really good overall as a core nowadays. He's one of the... What really changes is when you're doing the Ancient stacks. Heroes like Gyrocopter, they don't build up to natural damage, so it takes them a little bit longer. Whereas Sven is one of the heroes that actually still makes Ancients efficient. Because you don't have to go for the Battle Fury, you can go for all of your core items and still do it just with your ultimate and your cleave.
Well, everyone's been maxing up cleave as well. Like we've seen this Home of the Dawn build into basically farm items.
That's like a pub thing, or maybe it's see that's the weird thing. The reason why I reference pub so much in my cast is because I never know where one thing starts and the other thing ends. Like the Spectre thing is a bad man. Have you seen that guy? It's like this like 8K player that only picks spec every game.
I have not heard of him yet. No.
What?
I know.
And that's one of those things where pubs influenced pro play. It's because you're seeing this guy play Spectre every game, have so much success. He shot up from 7K to 8K like that playing this hero. And then people start to say, maybe we're underrating this hero. Maybe this is a lot stronger than it used to be. And since then, I've been seeing a correlation. Like a lot of these teams are picking him up a lot more. They're experimenting with him, trying to see whether or not it works. And I think there was like an interview he did recently, and he's like, people are starting to see that this hero is quite powerful if you play it in a different way. Not just going for the immediate radiance, but playing for the mid game. This hero can do quite a lot.
Well, that has been the standard build for the Vegas, right? It's phase boots as well as earn, and then just fighting in the mid game.
I mean, maybe it wasn't even referring to you.
It may not be.
It probably isn't.
Is there someone else in this game called Toby?
I'm sure it's fine.
What does Toby stand for something in Russian?
Why would they reference you, Toby?
I don't know. See, that's the reason why. It's like someone says your name across the room and instantly your ears will prick.
Don't get such a big head, man.
What? Well, he's in now, and he's actually picked the Vengeful Spirit.
Are we starting?
Hoping so. I want to get this game underway. Considering the game was meant to begin 47 minutes ago. Be a little bit late tonight. And we've still got another series to play. We have Liquid going up against the Finnish Stark. Watch Trixie play someone in Druid, probably.
Hmm.
Not a hell of a lot. So off we go.
Alright, here we go. The game has started.
Yeah.
Empire versus PR.
Hi.
Featuring Mad playing a Vengeful Spirit. Let's get it.
Alright.
He forgot to give his mid tangos. Good start. Whenever
His resolution wants it. Mad's refusing.
What's going on, guys?
Okay, now he just gave him 2.
Whenever I request tangos in a game when I'm with Marlene, he calls me Princess Will. And says I'm spoiled for asking for tangos. Okay.
Should be the standard, right?
Yeah, it is. He's just messing with me because that's what he does. Alright, Empire... it looks like they're gonna go for the aggressive tri-lane, and they're gonna give Funnick the one-on-one matchup with Beastmaster. I think Beastmaster does okay against this matchup. They might just be contesting the rune as well, but judging by the ward placement, I don't know if this is the case. You're starting to see this transition too, where a lot of offlaners have been centering where the lane ward goes for the supports, which is pretty smart. I was thinking about that too on the right here, just like the evolution of warding. How everyone's getting so next level about warding and dewarding now. Okay.
Funnick just get blocked.
Nah, he's fine. He is eating a lot of tangos for this though, holy.
He went through 2 of them.
That's like 80 gold, Funnick. You can't just waste that. Just fight them. The boar's got like 15 HP. What are they gonna do? I think that was a mistake, Toby.
Well, because of it, they're not gonna lose both runes. Or they might. This board's already in position.
No,
It's not gonna get the denial. That's the only reason I was thinking of it.
No, but that was weird. You just ate 2 tangos. That's a lot of money.
Panicked. Maybe he was worried there was a lot more Power Rangers behind him.
Yeah,
Because
but then he would have
had
skilled. Then he would have skilled charge me. Oh, there's nothing to charge, I guess. I'm an idiot. Nah, Funnick's a genius.
Maybe he's also just a little bit twitchy.
You can just charge the boar. It doesn't even look like a boar. That thing is so weird looking. It looks like a giant cockroach thing.
With the ridge to back.
Yeah, it was just odd. Alright, here comes the Hawk, just to scout for both the supports, because isn't going to ward for himself. In fact, they're just going to get the ward in the lane at top, which is really common, which is what I was talking about, where people are gotten really good about dewarding, and
Especially with the early TPs. Those things are worth so much too. And the amount of experience you get from that as a support in the early stages if you do find one. Well, that's quick and easy level 2.
this is just a weird dual lane for Empire, because they don't have a lot of kill potential in this lane. Venge Spectre isn't exactly going to blow you away. So you're noticing that Cheshire Cat is playing incredibly aggressively. Like, how often do you get to see a melee offlaner play up like this? But he knows that he can get away with it because the kill potential is so low. Also, the harass potential from support heroes like Vengeful are so little. What are you going to do? You're going to waste your entire mana pool with 1 stun. It's barely going to do any damage. Your right-click damage isn't anything to write home about. So what you have to do in this safe lane is just kind of pull back the creep wave, deny experience where you can, and kind of let him get away with this. The sad part.
I would be concerned though, like maybe 2 minutes into this game when Aloha is able to get higher points up and Desolate, and then Mag can give the negative armor plus the stun.
Yeah, but you can just keep your board by you. And you're gonna be okay. Which is what he's doing right now. Like, he's always making sure to have the board near him, and he's just doing a really good job. Like, he's getting as much as want out of this offlane right now, which puts a lot more pressure on this dual offlane from Empire to accomplish something.
Well, right now the only thing they've really managed to accomplish, keeping the CS down a little bit lower on this Ven. One other lane we should be looking at is probably the mid lane. The Death Prophet, we can't underestimate her power, and I kind of want to watch as well the farm rate of Shaq. The fact he's got a regeneration rune bottled up is just so disgustingly good for him. Wow, okay, they actually got first blood. I don't know if you saw that one happen. Funnick needs to charge himself away right now, pushing Illidan out.
He's gonna get out. This is fantastic for Empire. We were just talking about that. Like, this dual offlane, you should try to get as much as you can because the Beastmaster is getting some free levels. And as soon as we talk about that, somehow they managed to get a kill on the AA.
It's crazy they managed to do that because they would, like, PR started the pull. That's kind of what started it all. started the pull, and there's no vision from Team Empire to see this, so they had to walk over. Power Rangers should be aware of that because they got the Observer Ward in the lane.
Yeah, that was definitely a misplay. But A is a really squishy support. Undying is quite decent against it. It's really hard for these supports because Illidan can't really pressure too much because you've got a limited amount of stuns, so when you do use them, you want to make them count. Anytime you have to use it defensively, it just emboldens Empire a little bit more in this lane. And speaking of the Zeus Death Prophet, yeah, Zeus can just spam Arc Lightning, but he can't really do too much to bother Resolution's farm. It's not like you can get a boatload of denies or anything like that. You're just trading farm a little bit less efficiently.
Think about the build over on the Spectre going for high points up in Spectral Dagger.
This is the build.
This is the build?
Yeah, this is the build.
Not to like instantly max out Desolate?
I think this is what Badman does most of the time, and this is where I'm gaining most of my knowledge from, but the move speed plus the damage increase is a lot better than the early levels of Desolate, I think. I think the later the game goes, plus when you decide to go for the jungle and things of that nature, Desolate is going to pay off a little bit more. But I think in the laning phase, the Spectral Dagger gives you a little bit more, especially since you've got the boar.
Play a bottom now.
Yeah. Cheshire Cat, bring your board. Here we go.
There's also those phase boots over on the Spectre. Gonna dive underneath the tower. Aloha. Cheshire Cat's gonna hide the space, and Aloha's actually getting himself similarly trapped. Luckily, he had those phase boots back off cooldown. But Cheshire Cat, all he's gonna do is expend off the salve, and Mads, he's out of everything. Like, he's got no real health and no real mana to work with for anything.
This dual offlane from Empire though, it's been...
Well, they're going on Nope here. He's got a Soul Rip almost straight away. Funnick will buy him the space to do so. With the decay, gets a little bit more life for the Cold Feet Ledges from J4. Funnick tried to create as much space as he possibly could for that though.
Still okay-ish though, because the Sven is getting zoned out of a lot of experience and farm because the two supports have to be in lane with him all the time, Toby. Like, you're noticing that the Sven is only level 4 right now. Spectre is 5
Shack's
and
dead.
change. Yeah.
With Soul Siphon, like, it's guaranteed kill on the Zeus. All they need to do is have a little bit of support pressure from Funnick. This is what Havort has been doing non-stop for Team Empire. Basically wins them almost every single lane and puts them into a position they just push straight after.
Yeah, and that combination is so hard for a hero like Zeus to survive. Spirit Siphon plus the charge, there's almost no chance that you're getting away from that.
I'm wondering if this is the game where Zeus wants to even bypass going for the...
Look at mid right now. Shaq can't even blow him off. Like, he's just gonna get Spirit Siphoned. Resolution at a second level.
Could be when they get the kill though. Wave of Terror connects, J4 comes in, actually gets himself killed as well, giving Funnick a double kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Either full earn or treads.
Yeah, the Spirit Breaker has been too successful in this game. He's disrupted a lot, gone a lot of kills at the top lane while they picked up the kill on the AA. They got the kill at bottom. He was able to make what happened at mid.
Has Resolution got another kill? Because he just picked up a haste rune.
He's gonna chase it. Shaq, he's got vision of Shaq too, and he's not afraid of the two supports. Yep. I think Resolution should just go for this.
Got it. The charge is now going to shift over to Illidan, and
he sees this coming though.
Yeah, there's no Soul Siphons available anymore.
It's okay though with the charge, as long as the other hero rotates, and no fear's here.
Yeah. He just sat on the top lane the entire time. Resolution, he's going to get himself in range of the Soul Siphon now.
Oh, Illidan is dead.
Oh wow, this is just such a brutal combo. They can just run at you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering, like, if it's worthwhile Zeus just going in for something like a Yosef to stop that charge, or get himself some freedom in some way.
I think it continues to go. You might not take the damage, but he continues to heal, and you're just kind of stuck there. I feel like Yules is the wrong choice. If anything, I think you play the range game and then go for something like the Force Staff or the Aether Lens, or a combination of both. I don't think Yules is the answer, though. I feel like Yules just kind of... it leaves you where you were, so it doesn't do too much, and this is pretty significant for PR, losing the stack. They're trying to contest it right now. Resolution is wasting a lot of time here. They even rotated the bench to do this, but Illidan's gonna get gone on and should be okay, but the Spec Haunt...
He's got level 6 already, the Spec, so Illidan will drop Reality up. Where do you go? You go for J4. The Soul Siphon's slowing him down so much, they'll just mow over them.
They're going to continue to chase.
With a charge forward, and even then, Funnick identifying the fact they can go for the fourth onto Cheshire Cat. Thunder God's Wrath will be able to get one revenge kill over on the Spectre. But this is This is getting well out of control for Power Rangers. It's 10 to 8 minutes in, and you're gonna potentially lose your top tower as well.
Yeah. We both favored Empire's draft, or maybe you bandwagon me, Toby, but something that we talked about was just that if
Sorry, I'm not allowed to have thoughts of my own.
PR was going to have a chance, it had to be in this mid-game area, where they can get a lot of map control using the Zeus plus the Beastmaster, but that just hasn't been the case. They're just getting overrun right now by Empire. Like, Empire's just done such a good job of controlling the safe lane up. If you notice that the Sven is kind of in this weird situation where now he's got to go to the off lane, he doesn't really have any stacks available for him. Like, because both supports had to be up there, that's the biggest thing about dual offlaning, Toby, is that you force both your supports to help you out.
Yep. It's funny though, like when you look at heroes like Oracle, who have been like amazing heroes in the current patch.
Oh, Funnick might actually go down here.
It's definitely a pretty decent kill. He's got 5 kills. But he's just so damn tanky. He can't charge, and in fact, just buys Shadow Amulet before dying. So Beastmaster is a huge injection gold. Yeah, but Oracle has been that hero which you've always just says like, oh, this guy just completely wins the lane almost for you. The Undying has played such a huge role. And with both the Ancient Apparition and the Oracle, I'm like, what's the synergy that we're searching for between these two guys? When you got both support heroes going up against a dual safe lane, I mean, shouldn't you have more success with your defensive tri-lane?
You can, but if you look at PR's lineup, you just need a lot of levels on those heroes, especially a hero like Oracle. And Ancient Apparition is one of... Actually, Ancient Apparition and Oracle are two of the squishier support heroes. And it's just a little bit of a worry. Mad's gonna get caught out here, but this is not your priority target, and they might even turn around for this as the Spec ult is popped. Doesn't look like anything's gonna turn though.
They found Illidan up on top lane. That's what brought Spectre there.
What a trade.
I'd actually be okay with that, because Power Rangers also blew 2 smokes then.
Yeah, that was quite a lot. That's what I was saying. Like, you're gonna run into a Vengeful. Mad's gonna be like, this is fantastic. None of my cores died for this? Awesome. Shaq is being chased down, but looks like he's just gonna run away. Funnick is just shadow amuleting away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know, this game has gone pretty rough for Empire. It's the biggest thing is that their Sven has no stacks to go towards, and the Spectre is getting a good amount of farm, as is the Death Prophet. And these are your two heroes that we were talking about. You need heroes that can end the game. These are heroes that can just straight up make the game miserable for your supports.
Dire's middle tower is
I think he's being the most patient Spirit Breaker right now, and finally he gets the vision onto Shaq. So the charge straight in, the Thunderbolt trying to stop him. The Bash still was able to connect, however, and Zeus will end up dying. And with the Resolution triggering his ulti, there'll be a tier 1 for a tier 1 tower trade with the Zeus icing on the top for the Empire lineup. And they're still farming like a low hard dance up on this top lane. And in fact, they just start charging over on Illidan. He's going to TP himself away to safety, the right choice at the right time.
The mid tower, though, is so important, so much more important. You get control of your own jungle back. It makes it harder for PR to take control.
To fight.
Yeah, it looks like they are. I think they're
underneath the knobs and the sentry
no way,
though, so this is not going to work. And they get the charge down on Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, he does have Roar, but Kingdom isn't quite level 6 yet, so they should just disengage. They're significantly weaker than Empire right now. And the Spectre ultimate is just about to be up too. Your supports being level 5 and 5 respectively, there's almost no chance that you're going to fight. Once they hit 6 though on both supports, that's when things kind of heat up for PR, and that's your opening when you've got your AA ulti, but and J4 just TP'd at top. Spec might think about going for this. He knows that nobody's sitting behind him.
Just waiting for them to go on Illidan actually. Just hanging there for the moment. So Cheshire Cat, up they run, they end up finding 3 of them. The K and Tomb, so it's really going to cluster everything up. The Zeus is dead so quickly, Big Num has no choice to get swapped back in. The Ice Plant hits nicely, killing off the Undying.
They're going to lose a courier too.
But you've lost 3, you're right, the courier dies as well. Spectre ulti was popped, but you got Exorcism off cooldown in 36 seconds. Push power is just going to kick in from Empire. Like, we're still back at the same point where we ask ourselves the question, after J4 will probably die, if Funny can get an extra 17. Doesn't even need it. Actually coming to try and contest this. He goes Invis, and Big Num, he's not going to commit a sentry for that. Actually, maybe he will now that Illidan's right behind him. He's just wow. They know. 3's down, there's no charge, except when he switches his treads, and now he ends up just dying.
That's a lot of gold, though, for the Oracle. 636. Funnick had a pretty decent chunk of change on him. And
Oracle's level 6 as well. That's that level 6 and 6 you were talking about.
The problem, though, is that when you look at the net worth and you compare it, Spiritbreaker is well over the one position Sven, who just finishes his Helm of Dom. And if you look at the map, Empire, because of the amount of control that they've gotten, Toby, they've already preemptively sentryed and warded up the Ancient stacks, because they know that this is the way back in the game for them. So they're doing such a good job pushing the pace, and not only that, if the pace of the game slows down, they're handling things as they should. Like, get rid of the Ancients, ward up everything that you can, continue to play aggressively, damage the supports wherever possible, and take map control using resolution. Like, you're noticing that he's coming to all of these 5-man engagements, even if he doesn't have his ultimate up because of the strength of Spirit Siphon.
Yep. Kind of disappointed that we didn't go for the lens build.
It's okay. Like, going for the Yules this early on.
Oh yeah, it still makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Big Num is just wrecked. Revenge is granted to Funnick. There's no way they see him coming in. Cheshire Cat's just leaving, hiding inside of Roshan. And now the Spectral Haunt, they find Illidan. The reality already coming in from Aloha. Now he doesn't have the mana to throw out the Spectral Dagger, but with Funnick charging in like this and he hits him, the Ice Blast will still get a revenge crack. But does he have enough damage to get through Aloha? He shouldn't shatter. He'll survive through this.
You have to be so low to get the shatter off. You just lost your core hero once again. Cheshire Cat just goes to split up the map and farm a little bit, but resolution is right there. He's got the Yules too.
He can just siphon it. Like, even if Cheshire Cat does go for this roll, there's no way he can run away. Oh, he just killed the Necro Book. Oh, unwillingly.
That's not what you wanted to do. He just, like, threw down the nuke. Alright. I would have all chatted.
At that point, I'm wondering if it was better for Mad not to swap him on top of the Necro unit.
Things happen, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, and Beastmaster can now have enough money, he can finish up his, level 2.
That was so much gold.
How much was it in total? So it says just over 1100. Don't know how accurate that really is.
Didn't get experience, though. That's probably even more important right now, because something that we should talk about when games happen like this. XP and gold both climbing over 7,500. It's not that bad. Mainly because of the kills. It's because of the kill sprees that they gave away.
Because they haven't taken that many, those many buildings. Like, it's like you've taken 2 tier 1 towers. That's all for Empire. I felt like there'll be more push coming out from them.
They don't have to all in anything, though. They can play this slow.
Very true.
Everybody from PR smoked up. Trying to wait for any sort of high ground attempt into their Ancients or anything like that. But they've got it covered. Empire's just going to kind of play a little bit more patiently.
Where are you off to, PR? They don't have that aggressive Observer Ward. They saw Resolution for a moment and now the smoke breaks. This is their aggressive ward right now on the cliffside.
PR have to get out. There's no way that you're going to fight around this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How long till? Yeah, especially with Exorcism, it's coming off cooldown in 2 seconds time. Empire can force the issue. Like, if PR's looking for a fight, then it's just Empire setting it on their terms. They don't have the perfect vision, however. This Hawk is still seeing more than for PR than Empire has for their warding. They're actually centering. That's a interesting spot to sentry. Maybe it's looking for the Spirit Breaker. Yeah, that's got to be the reason for that ward. Because I thought you planned a little bit further back so you could see the cliffside. So Aloha's had enough of this for now. He can just haunt himself in anyway. But they can't bring Resolution back.
Aloha just kind of farming up. Wants to go for the Manta style as fast as he can. Profit building for that Octarine core, I assume.
Is it worth actually going for the Manta in this game? He's
You
about
are
to get, okay.
definitely going for the massive. You really just you gotta play more buffs, Toby.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, exactly what you're going to be dodging in this game.
It's not about dodging, it's the Desolate. Applies to your Manta illusions too. And it becomes impossible for the supports to... It becomes impossible for the supports to survive it. You get on top of them with Manta. Because as a support, you don't have enough, and that top Fisher Cat's gonna go down. Like, imagine an AA playing against a Manta Spectre. What is he gonna do? How's he gonna figure out which one the real one is?
Sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'll add Spectre to my list of heroes to pop with.
I'm just messing with you, man. I've gotta give you a hard time. That's how you get better, right?
Sure. Blitz has been pretty freaking brutal with me when we played a couple of games.
Yeah.
It's the best way to learn.
Yeah, I'm a hard dad, man.
Yeah. If you ever want to have Blitz teach you things, like prepare your ass.
Yeah.
Like it's. Bro.
Alright, so Zeus now has Aether Lens. And
He's still lacking a lot of regeneration though.
I think he's got Arcane Boots, he's fine. That's the build. This is biggest thing that he lacks is disengage item. He needs something like the Force.
Break the distance on the Death Prophet.
Yeah, it's not just that, it's just like when somebody charges into you or you get stunned, you need a way to get just a little bit further, because the way that Empire is going to prioritize targets is who has the least HP versus how much damage they put out, and Zeus is high up on that list. Does a ton of burst damage, but goes down incredibly quickly, so you need a way to defend yourself if possible.
This is such a Phonic style build. Every time a Force plays a Spirit Breaker, he goes directly into a BKB. But this Spirit Breaker from Phonic, he's got a Mask of Madness now.
Endurance run.
T1 tower takeover without having to commit Exorcism. There's still no warding for Team Empire down just yet. The obs can be planted by Mab. They get a lot more vision around, and this sentry is just a little bit too far away, but the Hawk should have scattered out the ward being placed. Nice timing for resolution. Octarine fully done. They get rid of the Hawk, but that Ice Blast Mad swapped out Undying just to try and make sure that Tombstone does get off, and Resolution just goes to work with that Spectre ulti. They're burning through Power Rangers lineup. Resolution takes the double kill. He's going to get the triple over on Big Num. Actually, it's the Undying minion. Somehow it sniped out the kill. Illidan will die over in the tree line. It's a full team wipe against Power Rangers. They're going to lose.
Did you see?
He just killed himself on the Necro unit.
Did you see though how that fight looked? Like there were just 20 zombies hitting everybody.
Yep.
DP ult, spec ult. What are you supposed to do against that?
You can't. Like, you got no AOE clearance with this lineup.
It's not just that. Like there's just too much to deal with. And props to Mad for that suicide swap, because he knew he was gonna die as soon as he did it. But getting the tombstone off was 10 times more important for the fight than Avenge being alive. Really good play by Mad.
It didn't have to end that way with Phonic's death though. He had Mask of Madness turned on. He killed an Necro unit.
I mean,
he killed himself.
Again, dude.
Everyone was dead.
He's just, he's playing my sacrifice.
Oh boy.
Dire's middle tower.
This game has just turned into disaster so far for PR. There's not a whole lot of ways that they can come back, because when you're playing against this kind of global lineup, they're gonna kill. Again, it's just a vengeful spirit, and when you've got heroes like Spirit Breaker, Spec, you lose so much map control.
The upside is at least you get a little bit of it back by taking out that observer what he was planting, because that was his mission there. With the lightning bolt being thrown down, they saw it straight away.
What a weird situation. You've got a 5-man as PR, otherwise you get sniped by Spirit Breaker or Spec. If you go for the 5-man, Empire has demonstrated time and time again that they'll take the fights.
Yeah. They are so lucky that Team Empire have a more vertical ward on that hillside. But it looks like Team Empire have worked out what the hell is going on. They're already on their way.
I think they should still fight, even if Roshan is taken.
Yep. But you got Spectral Haunt, you got every ulti up.
Yeah, you're taking the fight.
Yeah, and here's your Haunt coming in. Who's even going to get Roshan? It's killed by the Dire. Sven does get the Aegis Immortal, but they're all pulled out, and they're clustered inside the Roche Pit, allowing Resolution now to go absolutely ham. PR, they're probably even going to call GG after this. This was the last roll of the dice for them.
Yeah, you're not going to... This game is pretty much done if you lose this fight. Even with the Aegis, Illidan's just going to go down. There's so much gold on the side of Team Empire. PR, that was kind of like their last-ditch YOLO. Let's take an objective clear to our base. But Empire just doesn't care. Because when you're this far ahead, and they're that clustered in, you've got Tombstone, Speckle, DPL, you're going to take that fight every time.
Now they can just take bottom tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, maybe PR feel like there's one more fight in them. Their death timers are low enough that they'll get to come back and fight once. I did say to you before we started this game, normally with Team Empire, there is one moment where they overextend and feed a lot back.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
that could
we've
happen.
had a couple of mini moments this game.
I guess it was a little bit hasty of me to say that the game is done, but
It definitely feels that way.
it's just hard for me to kind of envision a world where Empire throws this away. We've got so many different ways to collapse on the high ground. If they want, they can be as patient as they want and take out all the tier 2s and get map control, but you're seeing time and time again PR strength on these team fights. Like, you've got a lot of team fight heroes, but you're not winning team fights. You don't have heroes that can split push, Toby. You don't have cores that can split push.
Yeah.
What is a Sven gonna do to leave his base safely?
You're looking for a win path, like that's
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to look for a win condition right now for PR, and I might just be terrible, and I just don't see it.
Makes you feel any better. I don't see it either. That's why I was ready to call GG in the pit. When PR do something like that, feels like the last roll of the dice. Like, we're so far behind. What do? We get Nagus the Immortal.
J4 is gonna get picked off. Spirit Breaker. And
PR don't even really care right now. Like, that BKB's flying out for resolution. They can't touch him in the fights.
no, he even without the BKB, there's just too much for them to cut through is the issue. To get through the Tombstone first, then you've got to somehow survive the Spectre ultimate, and then on top of that, you have to deal with the DP ghosts flying around. He's got the Octarine Core 2. Glyph is on cooldown. Empire's well aware of this. BKB flying in, they're not really too concerned about anything, and
I love Big Num with the value Mango. He bought a Mango after he bought the mech because he didn't have enough mana, so he just triggers it as he's walking out so he can get to the front lines. But now I realize what happens when you hit the front line of this war. Resolution swapped out again by Matt. Thunder God's Wrath's going to go to work, but Resolution triggers the BKB. Matt again dying for the cause. Illidan trying to do as much work as he possibly can, but Aloha is all over his back line, and now the call will finally come. GG, well played. Game number 1 of this 2-game series will go the way of Team Empire.
fantastic play this game by pretty much everybody on Empire, but standout for me, I guess, is the Spirit Breaker played by Matt. He created, by Matt, or Funnick,
Yep.
He played really well. Matt had hit every single swap that he needed to, and the crucial fight at bottom, which really cemented the game for them when he got the Undying out of there. So, really good play by both those two players.
There's quality times ahead. We still have another 3 games to get through tonight. The second game of Team Empire versus Power Rangers. And then Team Liquid will be stepping up to the plate as they go up against Stark. There's still a lot of things that can happen in this group stage as we are very tight as far as the points go. This obviously won't update until the end of our series here. Team Empire is still sitting very comfortable now. They will have a guaranteed 6 points, which is it's not a confirmed number 1 position, but if they can take this 2-0, then they go up to 8, and it'll be a very, very hard run for all the other teams, especially Team Liquid, who got 2 draws earlier on in their first 2 games of the tournament to try and catch up to Team Empire. So a big critical game coming up next. Stay tuned, and we will be back for it.